Hey guys, my name is Lottie and I'm one of iHasco's mental health first aiders. I'm going to chat to you for a few minutes today about mental health and about 5 simple strategies that you can easily implement at work that can make a lasting difference to the mental health and well-being of you and your colleagues if you use just one simple rule: consistency. We're creatures of habit, so if you can use what you've learned and turn them into daily practices, you'll not only lift your own mood on a regular basis, but you'll help lift everyone else's too. And as happy employees are loyal and productive employees, it's a win-win for everyone, and I think it's well worth a little time, attention, and budget. So, first of all, if you have absolutely no idea where to start, you can offer your staff mental health awareness training. It's not uncommon for management to struggle with this topic, and I found that even employers that are really keen to support their staff can struggle with how to start a sensitive conversation. So, this training starts that awkward conversation on your behalf. All you have to do is provide the opportunity. Online training is a great option because it's time efficient and cost efficient, and good quality training will raise awareness of poor mental health as well as good mental health. It will empower trainees to recognise signs of this in themselves and others, and it will simply offer tools and resources to help trainees manage and improve their own well-being. It's great because it can put the whole company on the same page, and there's a really good chance it will start to wipe away the taboo that you'll find is often attached to this subject. And open conversations can start happening. Even in our experience at iHasco, this has boosted morale, it's inspired ideas, and it's actually strengthened our working relationships. And it's definitely led to a more understanding work environment, which means everyone here is enjoying their work much more. So, the second thing you can do is encourage hydration and healthy eating. Weirdly, this is so simple that so many people are guilty of actually overlooking how much of an impact this has well, first of all, they overlook the good it can do and the damage it can cause. And that's to our physical health, our energy levels, and our mood. So, just a few examples. You can help by supplying a little fresh fruit every Monday, for example, as we do here. Or you can purchase a few healthy recipe books and leave them in the staff kitchen, encouraging people to read them. Or it can even be as simple as encouraging the group to kind of decide on something else other than cakes for each other's birthdays, especially if you're a large office and find that you're eating, cake every week. Um, and just a little bit of tidbit of information: we need roughly 1.5 to 2.5 litres of water per day. That's the daily recommended intake to keep the body and brain ticking along happily. So a reminder poster in the work kitchen could be all it takes to make sure people stay hydrated. Number 3 is just as simple as number 2, which is encourage people to take regular breaks. Short and sweet is often the name of the game, but I appreciate that some working environments are very fast paced and it can make it challenging for employees to just simply pause. But it really is so important and it shouldn't be underestimated, which is why I want to spend a minute or so on it today. Even taking just as little as 5 minutes here and there to stretch your legs or switch tasks means your body is moving, and this reduces the chances of things like aches and pains, headaches, and tiredness. And that's just at the very least, all of which can affect our mood. I've got a couple of strategies here that I'd like to discuss that we implement here at work. One of them is simply when our eyes need a break. So the 20-20-20 rule is a good one to start with. It means that every 20 minutes you take 20 seconds to look at something 20 feet away. And it's a lot more refreshing than you think, and it doesn't actually require you to move from where you are. And then simply, I've said simply a lot today, haven't I? But we are training made simple. Sometimes we just need to breathe. And by that, I mean deliberately rather than automatically. So, in order to do this, you can use something called the 4-7-8 technique, which means breathing in through your nose for 4 seconds, holding your breath for 7 seconds, and fully exhaling for 8 seconds. Posters around the workplace for the 20-20-20 rule and the 4-7-8 technique will remind everyone to just take a moment. I think we're all guilty of not doing that, even just once or twice throughout the day. Something like this will also help your staff feel really supported and encouraged to look after their own mental health. Number 4 is lead by example. We're all capable of influencing each other, especially when we work closely with others. And if we spend our time being angry, annoyed, rude, or impatient, it does filter through. So It doesn't just keep our own bad mood alive unless we catch ourselves in the act and change it, but it does affect the people around us, and it can even encourage them to behave in a similar way. This is how it's very easy to create a toxic work environment. But luckily for us, this can be stopped and the brain can be trained. So, one suggestion I've got for you is to swap a negative thought for a positive one. All you've got to do is pay attention. So, when you recognize a negative thought pop into your head, such as, I hate it when Bob grinds his teeth, you then have the power to decide whether you want that thought to stay or go. So, for example, you can choose to think of something else which makes you feel much happier, such as, this cup of tea tastes gorgeous. I'm a huge tea fan actually, so obviously that's the one I often use. And when practiced daily, this little trick will slowly improve your well-being much more than you actually realize. Because what happens is your brain is actually being trained to focus on healthier, happier thoughts. It's actually a process of the brain being rewired, so you kind of start to think positively by default. And if everyone is encouraged to practice something like this on a day-to-day basis, there will be much less conflict, moaning, and negativity in the room. Trust me, it really does work. But not only that, this will filter through into everyone's personal lives too. So it's not just about making people feel better at work and encouraging healthy habits at work, but it's implementing things they can take home with them as well, so it has a more holistic reach that way. And then finally, point number 5 is you can go one stage further as an organisation if you have a keen interest in this, and you can send 1, 2, or a few staff members on a training day to become qualified mental health first aiders. There are half a day, 1 day, and 2 day options. That means certain staff will be trained on a few different things. They'll be trained to recognise signs of poor mental health within your workplace. They'll gain the strong knowledge and confidence that's needed to have those sensitive conversations with people who need it. They'll know what kind of help is out there so they can help signpost employees to external support, such as counselling or GPs. And they'll know how to handle emergencies at work of sensitive natures such as psychosis. But they will also, and I feel most importantly, they'll be trained how to simply stop and listen. And listening without an agenda and without interrupting the person speaking with you is sometimes all that's needed to turn someone's day around. Surprisingly simple, but it's really, really effective. And it's actually one of the most valuable things I've learned as a mental health first aider myself. So, just to recap, the 5 simple strategies are: provide online mental health awareness training, encourage hydration and healthy eating, encourage regular breaks, lead by example by swapping a negative thought for a positive thought, and send 1 or more people on a mental health first aid course. So if you are interested in providing awareness training for your staff, you can actually do a free trial of our mental health awareness e-learning course. We actually have 2, one that's aimed at management and one that's aimed at employees. I spent quite a few months researching and writing these pieces, and I kind of feel like they're my babies. I put my own knowledge and experience into them as a qualified mental health first aider. And our aim was to make courses that were accessible, practical, and of genuine use to those that are either new to managing their mental health or supporting others with theirs. But it's also for people that know their stuff but simply need a refresher on the basics and how they can even improve on what they already know. So you can do our free trial if you like, which you can find by visiting ihasco.co.uk/try. And if you're interested in sending anyone on a mental health first aid course, you can check out the MHFA England website to explore your options. My colleague Amanda and I actually did their full 2-day course, and we walked away feeling really inspired by the whole thing and quite humbled, to be honest, because when you actually know how, it's nowhere near as daunting as you think to offer people support and a listening ear. And it was quite an amazing feeling. It is quite an amazing feeling whenever I help somebody in need and I make a difference to them, even in the smallest of ways. So training Amanda and myself as mental health first aiders has made a huge difference here at iHasco. And we've helped our colleagues with problems that range from big to small, and it's really strengthened our team and the network and the support and the feeling of having a home away from home here. I think that's something all of our colleagues as a collective would agree with. So anyway, thank you for listening to me for the last few minutes. That's all for me from now. all from me for now. If you guys have any further questions about our training courses, please don't hesitate to get in touch with a member of the team. And if you are interested in further tips and tricks and any other information surrounding mental health, please check out our website and go to our blog section. Myself, our other script writers here, and our marketing team have put a lot of time and effort into resources that are freely available for you to look at. And just to let you know, on behalf of me and the team, everything we produce, write, and create is made with love and with a genuine desire to help you guys. So thank you for your time today, and I hope you found this useful. Catch up soon.